Join me as I dive deep into the twisted world of Rodney Alcala, the death row filmmaker, and try to uncover the dark secrets behind his chilling story. Rodney Alcala, a name that sends shivers down the spine. He's one of the most notorious serial killers in American history, with a trail of terror that spans decades. But what's less known about Alcala is his surprising connection to the film industry. Before his arrest, he was an aspiring filmmaker, working on a number of projects that showcased his creative talents. It's a jarring contrast, one that raises questions about how someone can lead such a double life. How can someone who's capable of such heinous crimes also create art that's meant to inspire and entertain? It's a question that gets to the heart of what it means to be human, and it's one that we'll be exploring in depth today. It's hard to reconcile the two sides of Alcala's personality. On the one hand, we have the charismatic filmmaker, charming and confident in front of the camera. On the other hand, we have the calculating killer, using his charm to lure victims to their deaths. It's a disconnect that's both fascinating and terrifying, and it's one that's at the heart of our fascination with true crime stories. We're drawn to these stories because they allow us to explore the darker corners of human nature, to try to understand what drives people to commit such atrocities. As we delve deeper into Alcala's story, it's clear that his life was marked by a sense of duplicity. On the surface, he was a talented and ambitious young filmmaker, determined to make a name for himself in Hollywood. But beneath the surface, he was hiding a dark secret, one that would ultimately lead to his downfall. It's a secret that's both shocking and disturbing, and it's one that raises questions about how we can trust our own instincts when it comes to judging character. As we explore Alcala's life and crimes, it's clear that his double life was a carefully constructed facade. He was a master of manipulation, using his charm and good looks to get what he wanted. And what he wanted was power, control, and eventually the thrill of the kill. It's a chilling thought, one that gets to the heart of our deepest fears about the nature of humanity. Rodney Alcala grew up in a middle-class family in California, the son of a Mexican immigrant father and an American mother. He was a bright and ambitious kid with a passion for photography and filmmaking. He attended the University of California, Los Angeles, where he studied film and began to build a network of contacts in the industry. It was the 1970s, a time of great cultural upheaval, and Alcala was determined to make his mark on the world. As Alcala's film career took off, he began to build a reputation as a talented and innovative young filmmaker. He worked on a number of projects, from documentaries to music videos, and even landed a few high-profile gigs. But behind the scenes, Alcala was leading a secret life, one that was marked by violence and depravity. He was arrested multiple times for sexual assault, but each time he managed to charm his way out of trouble. Alcala's crimes were meticulous and calculating, each one carefully planned and executed with precision. He targeted young women, using his charm and good looks to lure them to their deaths. And once he had them in his grasp, he would subject them to unspeakable horrors, torturing them before finally ending their lives. It's a level of depravity that's hard to comprehend, and it's one that raises questions about the nature of evil itself. The pivotal moment came when Alcala was caught, and it was a moment that would change everything. In 1979, Alcala was arrested for the murder of a 12-year-old girl, and it was a crime that would ultimately lead to his downfall. The police found a cache of incriminating evidence, including photographs and videotapes that linked him to his crimes. It was a moment of reckoning, one that would expose Alcala's true nature to the world. Alcala's arrest sent shockwaves through the film community, where he was known as a talented and ambitious young filmmaker. It was a case of Jekyll and Hyde, where the charming and charismatic filmmaker was revealed to be a monster. The contrast was stark, and it raised questions about how someone could lead such a double life. In the end, Rodney Alcala's story is one of contrasts, a tale of art and darkness, of light and shadow. It's a reminder that even the most creative among us can be capable of great evil, And it's a warning about the dangers of trusting our instincts when it comes to judging character. Thanks for watching, guys. If you have any thoughts about the duality of creative individuals, leave them in the comments below. And if you want more true crime content, be sure to check out my other videos.